And we have right now on the phone holding Janice from Jackson. Good evening, Janice. What is your question?
Good evening. Yes, I have a question for one of the attorneys. I was involved in a where a truck actually hit the back of my truck while sitting at the Kroger pharmacy line. When I got out, the lady had just fell asleep, and she was a golden ager as myself. And so I didn't get upset once I seen her face because she was more upset. But the thing of it is, she said she had insurance, so I believed her. I've never been in an accident before in my life. And so I took her insurance information and took her pictures and all that stuff. I didn't know to do that. And she gave me false information. When I contacted the insurance that she gave me, her insurance had elapsed. And it was, I have a F-150, so it's expensive to replace the damage from pocket since I'm retired. And I was wanting to know, what can I do, because I took her to court. She didn't show up in court, so I got the judgment. So what is my next step?
Wow, that's really tricky. Barry, if you would like to start with that, I guess that would go to Janice's insurance company, unfortunately. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. If the lady who hit you didn't have insurance, you can file an uninsured motorist claim on your own insurance policy, assuming that you have full coverage and that you have uninsured motorists. If that's not the fact, and if that's not the case, yes, you would have to resort to filing a lawsuit in court and getting a judgment against her. And once you've gotten a judgment against her, you have to do what's called execute on the judgment, which means that you would go and try to file an execution on any type of bank account that she might have. If she has property, you can try to attach it, a lien onto the property, or if they have any type of assets that you can attach. Now, I'd like to advise you also that if you put a lien on their house or some bank account on there is a final trump card that she can play, for lack of a better word. And that would be, she could file bankruptcy. And a bankruptcy would relieve her of the responsibility of paying that judgment.
Wow, that's a lot. Seth, what would you add to tell her tonight?
No, that's fantastic. I think Barry just, that was a perfect response. The only thing that I would add, and he mentioned this, everybody needs to buy uninsured motorist coverage. Uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage, especially if you live here in Mississippi, especially if you live here in the metro area or this Tri-County area, because we've seen numbers where we think that up to 50% of the drivers on the road in Mississippi don't have insurance. Uninsured motorist coverage is very cheap. It's a lot cheaper than your liability policy. Get it. Call your agent, get it, put it on your car, protect yourself, protect your family.